Welcome back to the Springs Radio Real Estate Show. I am Cheryl Garlock with Colorado Front Range Properties, and my guest today is Mike Tinlin with Oakwood Homes. Thank you for joining us on the show today, Mike.
Love being here, Cheryl. Love educating. Thanks for having me.
You know, you hit the core there, educating here. I have got a class that is coming up. Go to springsradiorealestate.com. You'll see a little Red Rocks Institute logo there. If you are thinking about buying a home and you haven't been in the market for one for a variety of reasons for a long time, particularly if you've ever had a foreclosure or bankruptcy, you know, we get a lot of people who think that they just can never do that again.
Oh, yeah.
You would be so stunned. You would be so stunned. Those people are returning to the marketplace today.
Within two to 3 years
of
bankruptcy and foreclosure.
Absolutely. 2 to 3 years of bankruptcy and foreclosure. We do need to tell you how to prep yourself for that and to be able to be a viable buyer in the market, because you got to get through all the lending processes where that's concerned. Go to springsradiorealestate.com. Click on the little seminars tab there, and you'll find one that's called How to Buy a Home If You've Had a Foreclosure or a Bankruptcy. We're going to show you how at that. And also, you know, if you're thinking about looking for a home, whether it's a brand new home community or a resale home, again, go to springsradiorealestate.com. Click on that Search Homes tab, and there's a lot of different options there for you. But one in particular is to search homes by lifestyle and by community, and you can even search out new construction home sites, which is great because, of course, this is what Mike Tinlin and Oakwood Homes is all about. And you guys actually have a couple of different developments in the area. Mm-hmm. One down in the Fountain area called Cumberland Green.
That's correct.
And then you have this big, bodacious area, too, called Banning Lewis Ranch.
That's right.
Tell us about Banning Lewis Ranch, Mike.
You know, we're a little bit more into a year of the ownership of Banning Lewis Ranch. Some of the public still has a misperception. So we didn't buy the whole 21,000 plus acres. We bought a little over 3,000. Which is very similar to what we've done in other areas. It's similar in size to our Green Valley Ranch community, which is master planned, lifestyle, golf course, shopping, all the amenities, schools. Oakwood builds everything from the commercial to the golfing to the parks and trails to the schools to the homes as well. So we center ourselves a lot more on just building residences, but building communities. And that is really centered around building wonderful schools, because that attracts the good families. And then also providing amenities.
And you know what it also does? It makes for excellent resale values.
Absolutely. Whether you have kids in those schools or not, having good schools as the foundation of a community is what's going to keep your value up.
You know, it's funny you should say that, Mike, because a lot of times I have people, I'll talk to new people that are buying, and I'll say, so do you have children? And no, so schools are not really so important to you. And they'll say, that's right, we don't really care about that. I'm going, yes, you do.
Yeah,
you
absolutely
do. You really do. So whether you are an empty nester or not, schools are important to you, because if you're buying a two-bedroom condo, okay, that's going to be maybe a little different story.
Sure.
But if you're buying a single-family home that's like at least 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, let me tell you right now, no matter what stage of your life you're at, schools are very important to you.
I'm sure we could both point out areas in the communities where, you cross a street into a different jurisdiction, different school, and your value, tens of thousands of dollars can change on an identical property.
Absolutely. I tell you, I will get calls from buyers all the time that'll ask me about particularly, hey, they'll tell me I want to be in this school district. Some will tell me I want to be at this particular elementary.
Sure.
And we can do that to a certain degree. Sometimes I have to broaden it out and say, well, can we look at the high school? Because you know how it is. The elementary schools feed into the junior highs, and the junior highs feed into the high schools.
Correct.
That kind of deal. So schools are critically important to the value of that property in the future. Wouldn't you agree?
Most definitely.
Well, and so now Banning Lewis Ranch, have you just remodeled the clubhouse, did I understand?
We did, yeah. So kind of on the heels of your topic about remodeling, we just embarked upon that, and it wasn't us doing it with our spouse, but we were trying to work with 500 households and really go out to the residents of Banning Lewis. That's one of the great things about being a private builder, is we get to go and see who actually uses the facility, what's important to them, what they would like to see out of it. So
I've got to tell you, that's really great there, because that's showing that you as a builder and developer are taking a true interest in the community.
Absolutely.
And you guys do, when you start planning for putting together a community site, you do a lot of studies as far as what the public really wants, what
We
they're
do a lot of
looking for.
focus groups. We reach out to our realtor community. We reach out to buyers. We reach out to prospects. We show them preliminary plans. I mean, we want all the feedback into, what's important to the families today that live and invest in our communities. And, from that, we came out with a wonderful remodel that's very user-friendly. And, I'm happy to say we've had one person out of probably around 800 to 1,000 residents
Wow.
that said they liked it the old way. So,
Really?
I mean, we're at that 99% satisfactory rate. It's a huge success.
Well, I don't know anybody who doesn't like a new upgrade and a new facelift.
Right.
So that's really great.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's going to draw people in. And, we're going to be talking about, I have one property coming up on our property showcase that's in Flying Horse, and I know that whole community central,
great community.
wonderful
Great community
area, and they build around that center, that whole concept. That's a big part
Absolutely.
of drawing people in there. Let's talk about your available inventory that
Yeah.
you might have right now.
Definitely.
And incentives, let's really also talk about that, because home builders typically will have they have extra bells and whistles to offer people buying homes that the average homeowner doesn't. So there's always trade-offs, but let's talk about the inventory. What you got going?
Yeah, definitely. I think we've got 8 inventory right now in Banning Lewis Ranch, and we're looking at from price points in the low 200s to the high 300s. So very, very wide range, anywhere from 1,500 square feet up to almost 4,000 finished.
Wow. Now, are these 8 inventory are ready to go?
They're pretty close to ready to go. Yeah,
Pretty
most of
close.
them are going to be within 30 to 45 day closes that
Okay.
we have right now.
Now, if somebody says they want a different lot, and you can go ahead and build on that.
Yes.
Now, because the housing market's tightened up a little bit here with respect to not having enough labor available.
Sure.
How long is it usually taking you guys to build from dirt?
We're right around 6 months, 6 to 7 months.
Now,
It's pretty
that
typical.
I got to tell you something, guys. This is normal.
This is very normal. Now, what people don't understand is some of that timing is on their shoulders also.
Yes.
It's getting your loan in place. It's finalizing decisions. But we are actually on a 56-day schedule from frame start to close.
Oh, that's
so it's
great.
a fast process.
That's really, really great. That is wonderful. And you guys have got some incentives too, don't you?
We do, yeah. We've got a great package right now. Really allow the buyers to come out and really pick what's important to them, whether it's closing costs or upgrading, kitchen countertops or backsplash or garage door openers, blinds. So we give them a certain amount of money to use. Just visit one of our offices and they'll get some more details on how they can choose what's most important to their lifestyle and their budget.
And with today's lower interest rates here, you can have that flexibility. You don't
Absolutely.
need it all in the financing. You can have some customization
That's
added
right.
to your product there.
That's right.
Hey, we got a lot more to share with you on the Springs Radio Real Estate Show. Hey, get your pen and paper out, because we've got a couple of great properties Mike and I are going to talk about in just a moment. We will be right back wanting to share that info with you.